Hello, people that like unboxings and such. Welcome to some more unboxings. Specifically today, we have a Litheli pole saw trimmer. Now, if we know one thing about Litheli, it's that they send a quality product packaged amazingly. Today, we're going to be using the Finch reciprocity, that embedded carbon fiber in there. Make short work of that box. All right, let's take that first look, shall we? Yeah. There it is. It's a big box. All right, that looks a little bit more manageable. The Litheli cordless pole saw. Let's go ahead and check out some specs before we open it up. So we have a 20 volt right here. Battery capacity 2.5 amp hours. 8-inch bar length. Chain pitch 3/8 of an inch. We got some chain speed, feet per second. Rotation speed. I did want to point this out again, that Litheli has this whole suite of tools that you can use with the battery. So that's pretty awesome. And these batteries, again, you can also like charge your phone and things like that with it as well. Litheli's got it figured out, I'm telling you. Okay, everyone, we've taken the Litheli pole saw here out of the box. Just wanted to kind of give you a brief overview of everything included before I hand you off to the technical advisor, who also happens to be my wife, Jenny. There's that awesome battery we were talking about. We'll go over that more a little bit later. But yeah, looks like we've got some instructions. We've got a blade down here, some strap, all sorts of situations. And Jenny's going to be able to fill you in on that. Hashtag technical advisor.
The first thing a technical advisor should do is to look over that operating manual, make sure that they understand their tools, how they go together, and what is before them. After taking a look at these operating instructions and, of course, the bar and chain assembly, I realized that we should probably soak our saw chain and that bar and chain oil, not included, overnight like it recommends here. Also, we're going to go ahead and charge up our battery so that we have some power for our pole saw. In the process of charging our battery, and I just wanted to show you guys that as it's charging, it's going to showcase those LED lights. Once they're all fully illuminated, that means that it is fully charged. On the other side here, where you charge in your USB Type-C here, you do have the ability to use this as a power bank as well. So you have your USB on this side and then your USB-C on the other side. So this works as a power bank to charge other devices as well if you'd like to. We've officially allowed our chain to soak overnight, so now it's time to assemble this. First thing is that we need to connect those poles. So the long black one there, that is like an extension pole. If you don't need it, you don't need to use it. If you're looking to get a little more length on your pole saw, that is always an option. Today, we're gonna go ahead and connect these two pieces together. For right now, I'm just gonna go ahead and connect that front pole and that rear pole together, leaving that extension pole out. You can see the connection that we have here. It's like that rectangle with a little piece on the top, and then of course on the other side we just need to match that up and slide them together. On the side you can see right here there's a little arrow marked here along with this arrow here, letting you know that this is the correct way to align them to slide them together. Once you slide those together, you do have this piece right here which you slide on, and then you can tighten this. You can see the lock and unlock, so we're going to go ahead and lock this and slide it down and tighten it up. The directions or the operation manual does say when you're operating this, not to hold on to these connection points and rather to hold on to those padded handles, just because this is a weaker point with your saw and we want to make sure that this stays nice and tight. We're now ready to go ahead and assemble that bar and chain. So go ahead and place it on a flat surface like this, and then loosen that chain cover here. It does have some nice directional arrows here for locking and unlocking it, but go ahead and remove that so we can see where we're going to assemble that chain. Here's your guide bar. We're going to go ahead and slide the chain onto the guide bar here, making sure that we install it in the correct direction. That is very important. There's our ooey gooey chain that we've allowed to soak overnight. Now that we have that chain seated properly, and of course going in the right direction, we should be able to rotate that chain around the bar freely without any obstruction. So if you have any kinks, just work them out. Now we can go ahead and put that chain cover back on and tighten it back up. We've gone ahead and tightened up that cover over the bar and the chain. However, we're not quite ready to go yet. So you always need to make sure that you check the tension of your bar or of your chain. And obviously we just installed this, this is a brand new one. This needs a little tightening. That tension is not correct on there. So in order to do that, go ahead and loosen this a little bit. And then around the outside here, around the outside right here is going to be where you can adjust that tension on your chain. Your chain should fit snugly around here, and it should be able to go back in place, kind of snap back into place. So obviously this needs quite a bit of adjusting. You would not want to cut anything with a chain that looks like this. So this is where you're going to go ahead and adjust that tension. So locking this cap down, you use this part. To go ahead and loosen this, and then the outside is where you're going to adjust that tension. For your chain, you want it to be snug against that bar. Pull away a little bit and kind of snap back into place. You also want to be able to move this chain freely around the bar. Be careful, this is sharp. I should have gloves on. This is going to be cutting, so be careful, but you should be able to move this around your bar freely. Make sure to also double check your tension as you're using your saw, especially with a new saw. That chain does loosen up a little bit after some use. We officially have that chain tensioned. We're going to go ahead and slide that sheath that they provided over that chain while we get everything else set on the saw. Now that we have the chain all tensioned, we do need to go ahead and add some oil. It does not come with any bar and chain oil, but you definitely need to add some. On the top you have this oil cap, and on the side you'll see where you have your max and minimum. So go ahead and place this on a level surface. Oil needs to go in here. Next few things we need to do to get ready to use our saw is we have a shoulder strap that we can attach. For some ease of use and efficiency, your shoulder strap does buckle here, and you can tighten and loosen this to move it if you desire to. And of course this swings around like that. And then also we need to go ahead and install our battery pack. You can see down in there where you have that connection point. And then it snaps into place just like that. You can check that battery level by pressing that. You see those little LED lights do illuminate that we have 100% battery ready to use. All right, we are all set to go ahead and use our pull saw. You saw us get everything ready. So I do have that shoulder strap on. It's about hip height. It is kind of help with that fatigue if you're using this for longer, and it kind of balances you out as well. It's a nice added bonus. You don't have to use it, but you do have this nice padded area here as well for your hand. To get this started, you do have a lock mechanism up here. You're gonna go ahead and pull that back, and then you have your trigger right here. So pull that back. We're gonna go ahead and start with this little guy here just to show you how quick we can trim this up. Let's go ahead and try this one out right here. It makes quick work of it. It really does. As you just saw, we did cut down this small tree. It is about 2 inches in diameter, but the Litheli had no problem doing it. Just a couple seconds like you saw. have plenty of playground for the Litheli. So we're gonna go ahead and continue testing this out. But if you want more information, details, specs, of course, to pick yourself up one, check that link down below in the description for all of those details. We really like this. It was kind of fun to go around the woods, trim back some of those branches that get in your way when you're walking through. This does a really nice job. It's really nice that it is battery powered, so you don't have an extension cord or anything else that you need to worry about. Thank you all so much for watching. We really appreciate it. If you're new in town, consider subscribing. We'd appreciate that as well. Until we see you again, keep your nose clean. Bye!